The Scarlet Monastery, the holy fortress of the Scarlet Crusade. In the past, it was home to a powerful army of zealots bent on destroying all undead and carriers of the plague. But since their defeat in Classic and Wrath of the Lich King, the monastery is home to nothing more than a ragtag group trying to rebuild what they once had. But they have a glimmer of hope. High Inquisitor Whitemane has used her powerful connection to the light to return from the dead to lead the crusade once again. Alongside her new Scarlet Commander Durand, they are very likely to rebuild back to full strength if not stopped. So we join up with a mysterious crusader bent on destroying the crusade from the inside. And who better to help than the most fashionable paladin around? In World of Warcraft, most heroes gain XP by doing quests, gathering for professions, or killing monsters. But not this one. Meet Dunstuck, a hero who's taking on Azeroth one dungeon at a time. He'll spend his entire journey locked to solo dungeons and the gear he can find inside them. And his ultimate goal, completing every single dungeon in the game. This is Dungeonlocked. So, the Scarlet Crusade's base is split between two distinct dungeons, the Scarlet Halls and the Scarlet Monastery. And the first one we're going to take on is the Scarlet Halls, which is where the Crusade is training its hounds, soldiers, and mages. First things first, I load in and meet our mysterious crusader. I grab some quests from her and start clearing my way through the first set of mobs. Now, this first room is actually pretty cool. Rather than a bunch of trash, we have an archery squad. And in order to get past them, we have to pick up one of these targets and slowly advance towards them, until we can get close enough to fight them ourselves. It's not the flashiest encounter ever, but compared to some of the trash in the other dungeons we've done, it's pretty cool. I'm kind of taking a lot of damage.
Keep firing. Let none escape.
I might have to lay on hands as soon as I'm able to get out of this, if I even survive. Can I put the shield down? Okay. That's interesting. Try that again. Oh wait. Okay.
Attack.
Oh, they were just invisible. Okay, obviously. So, don't stand in the fire. Does a lot of damage. Okay. Oh my god, so much damage. So we probably need to Divine Shield as soon as we get out of that. Okay. Okay, we should be good now. That was cooler than just fighting regular trash. Like, this could have just been a courtyard full of guys. But instead it was just a firing range. You had to walk through it. I think that was pretty neat. Okay, well, I already know the first boss. Our first boss is Houndmaster Braun. He's dedicated to training dogs to smell out the undead plague on people, making it easy for the Crusade to root out the infection. Now, Braun is easily the boss with the most mechanics we've seen so far. This is mainly due to the fact that the Scarlet Dungeons are the newest ones we've done, as they were remade in the Mist of Pandaria expansion. His first ability is Piercing Throw, where he throws a dagger at you and deals a chunk of damage. Then next up is Death Blossom, where he whirls around a bunch of daggers hitting anyone around him. And his third ability is actually applied by the previous two. It's called Bloody Mess, and it's a stacking bleed that can get pretty ridiculous if we let it build up too fast. And of course, being the Houndmaster, he has Call Hound, where he can call a dog into a fight at certain health totals. And finally, the most dangerous ability he has is Bloody Rage, where when below 50%, he is unable to control his hounds and begins attacking 50% faster and starts casting his abilities way more often. So we'll have to make sure to DPS him down quick here, before the bleed gets out of control. Loot-wise, he has a chest plate, a pair of bracers, and a ring drop. None of these are high priorities for me, but I take any of these upgrades. Well, time to give him a shot.
Did you hear something, lad? Fresh meat for the dogs. Release the hounds.
Okay, this seems to be going fairly well. He is doing a lot of damage though. Yeah, he starts doing a lot of damage as this starts stacking up. Like, I'm ticking him a lot. Oh man. Oh, I was so close.
The dogs.
That's so doable. Okay, let's go try that again. Okay. Round 2.
Do you hear something, lad?
Let's go for it.
Fresh meat for the dogs. Release the hounds.
Okay, this seems to be going better, but he doesn't really get dangerous till he gets his enrage towards the end. So it won't really be till then that we'll see how bad this can get again, but
How dare you?
we're into his enrage now. But we don't have a lot of stacks of bleed.
Stupid animals. I took you down after I killed these weaklings.
Okay, I might divine shield here.
I bleed.
Okay, wait, no. I think we're good. I think this is the end of the fight.
Die.
Yep, okay. We did it. They kill him here.
Obey your master.
Perfect. Ooh, and a ring. Nice. Yeah, that was pretty tough, honestly. But I'm glad we did it. Took more focus than the last couple bosses have. And with our toughest boss yet defeated, it was time to start making our way through some more trash. And while I do it, I want to answer a question I've been receiving a good amount. And that's, are you able to or going to redo dungeons to farm drops? The answer to this is yes. I am able to redo the dungeons, but I'm not going to right this second. You see, in retail, dungeons scale to your level, and so does the gear inside. And because of how fast we're leveling right now, it doesn't really make a ton of sense to grind out gear we'll replace so fast. But once we hit our classic level cap of 30, then gear definitely becomes something I'll grind for, as some dungeons are going to require really good gear to complete. But that's all for me, so let's get back to the dungeon. Okay. Time for the next boss. Next up is Arms Master Harlan. He's a weapon master who has dedicated his life to learning how to use a variety of arms. Now, he trains the Crusaders to fight with unmatched strength and efficiency. His first ability is Heroic Leap, where he smashes down into the middle of the room, dealing damage around him. Then after this, he immediately starts casting his next ability, Blades of Light, where he spins around the whole room in a circle, picking up anyone he hits and dealing damage until he returns to the center of the room. This is dangerous, as getting hit by this ability is likely an insta-kill, as we can't cast any abilities while we're picked up. Then next is Dragon Reach, which is just an AoE slash in front of him. Then the first of his two passives, Call for Help, which brings in some Scarlet Defenders to fight alongside him. He'll call for these guys periodically during the fight, and they're not that tough, but if we let them build up, they can overwhelm us pretty quickly. And finally, just like the last boss, he can Enrage. So at 50% health, he increases attack speed and starts to increase his attack damage by 4% every 3 seconds. We really have to make sure to focus on killing him fast before he starts hitting way too hard for us to handle. For drops, he has a necklace, which of course I want, as it fills an empty slot for us. It seems like this one could be a real doozy, so let's give him a shot.
Another chance to test my might.
Okay, the ads are coming into the fight now.
It's too far away.
Okay, just avoid him when he does this. Just stay up here. Oh, no. I might just be dead here. I think if I get hit by this, it's an insta-kill. Okay, so do not get hit by Blades of Light. It instantly kills me. Okay, round 2. What aren't we going to do? Get hit by Blades of Light.
Another chance to test my might.
Okay.
I need to get closer.
Drop down. Perfect. Okay, we survived one. So we just have to do that a couple more times, I think. Okay, he's getting Berserker Rage now, which you kind of have to try to kill him quick here because he will start doing a lot of damage. Okay. I'm just gonna try to kite him around a little bit. Oh my god, he has so many allies. I'm gonna pop Divine Shield, see if we can DPS him down here quick. Almost there, come on. There we go. Oh. That was tough. That was kind of fun though. It was cool fighting a boss that has like a true one-shot. It's like if I got caught in that, I'd just die. Kind of wish we got any loot from him, but I guess he didn't. All he really had was a necklace, which we do need. Not saying we don't need it, but... With Harlan down, it was time to get back to our real job as a garbage man and clean up some more trash. Oh, wait, gold coins. Oh, guys drop money. I mean, money's kind of useless to me, but that's pretty neat. Oh, we got a shield. Yeah, that is better than the shield we have. Ooh, kind of nice looking. And we are level 18. And with that level, we are officially level 18, which makes us a WoW adult. And with my level 18 skill point, I unlocked Imperial Ward, which makes Lay on Hands grant me 30% increased armor for 8 seconds, and it now ignores healing reduction effects. But with that out of the way, back to the trash. That was kind of dumb of me. Probably should have healed. Okay. One boss of Scarlet Halls. So, Mr. Fahrenheit 451 here is Flameweaver Kogler, and he trains the more magically adept Crusaders in the power of the arcane. Fire is his specialty, and he uses it towards the Crusades library, burning all the tomes that detail the Crusades' past failures. Fittingly, his first ability is Book Burner, where he ignites a bookshelf in the room and it starts pulsing fire damage out of it, essentially cutting you off from standing in that section. Next up is Greater Dragon's Breath, where he casts a beam of fire around the room and you have to move around in a circle to avoid it. Next up are his more standard attacks, the first being Quickened Mind, which makes it so his next 3 spells cast instantly. The spells that benefit from Quickened Mind are Fireball Volley, where he shoots fireballs at you over time, and Pyroblast, which hits you for some initial damage and applies a burn to you. This boss has a pretty basic kit honestly, and doesn't seem as dangerous as the last 2 bosses. But to be fair, it's hard to sound more dangerous when you don't have an Enrage or an Instakill ability like the last 2. But let's talk loot. This boss has not 1, but 2 necklace drops, so I really hope we can snag at least one of those. And he also has a pair of plate legs, but I'm not desperate for those. But with that out of the way, let's extinguish this guy. Let's go for it. I find these bosses very refreshing compared to especially the Alderman bosses last episode, because they actually have like real mechanics rather than just like this guy hits you for a lot of damage. It's like he does like a fire, like he spins around the room setting things on fire and you have to make sure not to be in it. Like it's cool. Or like the last boss spins around, you have to make sure you can't get hit by that or you'll die. Okay, and you should go down soon here. There we go. And that's Scarlet Halls. Oh, no necklace. This guy had 2 necklace drops and he didn't drop either of them. Well, at least we can turn in our quest. Or quests, plural, because there's 2. I'll join you. Yeah, I got the codex.
Victory for
There you go. Oh, and she's gone. But that's half of Scarlet Monastery done now. Let's go for the other half. The second dungeon here is the Scarlet Monastery. It's home to the Scarlet Cathedral where the leadership of the Scarlet Crusade resides. And hopefully it goes as well as the Scarlet Halls did. Let's give it a shot. To begin, we arrive in the Crusade's graveyard and reunite with the Hooded Crusader. We grab our quest from her, and then it's time to start clearing out some corpse piles. What I don't get is why are there like piles of corpses and zombies in the Scarlet Monastery to begin with? Like, I feel like they shouldn't be allowing this. Like, how did it get this bad? You're getting disenchanted. Oh no, that's not any better. Disenchanted. Alright. Looks like it's first boss time. The first boss of the Scarlet Monastery is Thalnos the Soul Render. Now, you may be thinking, wait a second, if the Scarlet Crusade is so against the undead, why is this guy here? And your guess would be as good as mine. The lore explanation is that he was already a Scarlet Crusader before he became undead, but I don't see why they would allow him to just stick around and raise fallen Crusaders into more undead. But anyways, on to his abilities. His first one is Raise Fallen Crusader, which summons zombies to fight alongside him. Next is Spirit Gale, which blasts you for shadow damage and leaves a pool that damages you if you stay in it. Then he has Evict Soul, where he rips the soul from your body, dealing damage to you over time. The wording on this ability, rips the soul from your body, would imply that it should do more than just damage you over time, honestly. And finally, he has Summon Empowering Spirit, which spawns a ghost that goes towards the body of a fallen Crusader. And if it reaches the corpse, it will raise back up as an empowered zombie. So basically for this, we just have to kill the ghost before it reaches the body. Now for gear. He has a cloak drop, a ring, and a pair of bracers. Nothing I'm in dire need of, but I'd take any as an upgrade. Overall, I don't think this guy's going to be a hard fight, so let's get him.
My endless agony shall be yours as well. No rest for the angry dead.
It doesn't seem that bad. You just kind of have to interrupt his spells and he can't really do much, except that Evicted Soul attack did actually hurt. I don't know what just happened there. I'm really confused. I tried to lay on hands and it didn't work. I got Divine Shielded instead, but whatever worked, I survived. But that was close. I didn't like how close that was. Okay, and that's Thalnos down. Damn, I haven't gotten a drop in like so long. Like, I feel like I'm getting so unlucky. Where do I turn this in? I think probably just further ahead. Well, that's the first boss down. I don't really get why he's a skeleton in the Scarlet Monastery, but you know, that's what he is. And with Thalnos down, it was time to start moving deeper to the monastery. I arrived in the courtyard right outside the cathedral and started clearing out the trash there. Oh my god, is that plate? Oh my gosh. I never get plate, like green drops. It's all just, sorry, it's all just, mail, leather, you know, the other ones. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. That was a lot of damage. Done one. Hey, dude, that ability does way too much damage. Like, this is absurd. I was gonna have to wait it out. Oh my god, the scaling on this is nuts. So after dealing with some of the most absurd damage I've ever seen from a regular dungeon mob, it was time for our next boss. Our next boss is Brother Korloff. He learned martial arts from the Pandarans when they joined the Alliance, and the Scarlet Crusade was so impressed with his abilities that they made him train a bunch of Crusaders as monks. And obviously he did a pretty good job since those monks kinda manhandled me. Just like the monks, his main ability is Blazing Fists, where he ignites his fists and releases a flurry of blows to targets in front of him. But it's really just us. Then he has Firestorm Kick, where he flies towards you and kicks you, dealing AoE fire damage around him. Then is a passive ability called Rising Flame, that increases fire damage by 10% every time he loses 10% of his health, so he'll become more dangerous as the fight progresses. And finally, once he's at 50% health, he'll begin to leave a trail of fire behind him as he moves, so we have to be mindful not to stand in that. For loot, he's got some decent stuff. A cloak and a ring are F for me right now, but I would love to get his helmet drop, as it's been a minute since we've upgraded ours. But hopefully this guy's not as bad as his monks, so let's give him a go.
I will break you.
See, at least most of this boss's abilities can be dodged by just walking away from him,
I need to get closer.
rather than the enemies who just all hit you at once and destroy you. Yeah, that just shows why this guy's so much easier than the enemies. It's because I'm fighting him in this fountain, so his fire attacks can't do anything. Okay, but it's actually crazy to me how the boss can be harder or be easier than the group of 3 monks that are before him. Like, so much easier. Like, they would kill me in like a couple hits. I can just tank most of his abilities. Like, make it make sense. Make the scaling make sense. Also, no loot from him either. We're getting really unlucky loot-wise. I haven't gotten anything. Okay.
Let's
clear out this room.
Far, only to perish here. I'll honor you with clean deaths.
So, while we clear out the cathedral and make our way towards the final boss, I actually want to bring up another question a lot of people in the comments have been asking. And it's, why the hell are you playing without nameplates on? And it's not intentional, I swear. So, you see, when I take these ambient shots of the dungeon, I prefer the enemies not to have big red letters above them, so I disable it. But this is account wide, so when I do it on one character to get the footage, it disables it on Dunstuck. And since I do this so often, I've kind of gotten used to playing without them, so I just don't notice it. But I know a lot of people really enjoy when they're on, so I'll try to be better about making sure they're always on in the future. Also, just want to say, if you're enjoying the video, please leave a like and subscribe. It helps out a lot, and I really appreciate it whenever someone does it. Anyways, back to the dungeon. Final boss time. Let's get him. And we finally reached the Scarlet Crusade's leadership, Whitemane and Durand. And they're the first duo boss we fought so far, so that's kinda neat. Durand has zero lore whatsoever, but Sally Whitemane does. As a child, she was forced to kill her own parents and siblings when they got infected with the Plague of Undeath, and ever since then she has dedicated her life to eradicating the undead. So how this fight works is first we take on Durand, and he's got 2 abilities. The first being Flash of Steel, which makes him shift around the battlefield attacking players at random, which is just us. And then the second, which is Dashing Strike, where he rushes through on a player, dealing damage to everyone in his path, which again means just us. And then, once we kill Durand, Whitemane will come out and revive him, making it a 2v1. Durand retains the same abilities during this phase, so no need to go over any new ones. Whitemane is a pretty simple addition to the fight. She has 2 abilities. The first one's a shield she can cast on Durand, and then the other one's Holy Smite, which is just a damaging spell. Now, let's talk loot for our final boss. It's a pretty simple drop table, just a ring and a belt. But I would like the belt, as I'm still wearing the one we got in Wailing Caverns. But without any further ado, let's put an end to this crusade. There's no wind up for that attack where he shoots like the copies, he just does it. Okay, phase 2. Okay. And into like the real fight where I have to fight both of them.
Arise, my champion.
So I'm pretty sure I have to kill her first, or she can just revive him. Maybe he also has a way to revive her. So I have to kind of kill them at the same time kind of thing. Okay, I had to lay on hands there. Okay, I think this should be pretty free at this point. Just about there. And there we go. Do we get any drop? At least we get a drop. Okay. Stab the swords into her. Oh, there goes her spirit. Oh, there it went. Those are not what those swords look like. You're telling me those two swords were that the whole time? You're lying to me. Okay, well that's both Scarlet dungeons done and level 19, so. Before we wrap things up, let's go over what level 19 unlocks for us. First off, we get the ability Intercession, which is useless as it's used to revive an ally, which we have none of as we're kind of the solo dungeon guy, but I did use my skill point to get a useful ability, that being Barricade of Faith, which makes our defense increase by 10% whenever we use Avenger's Shield. So it's a pretty nice boost to our bulk. And that brings an end to our time in the Mists of Pandaria version of the Scarlet Monastery. Hey, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all the love and support these videos get, and I can't believe we're already at 22,000 subs. I was originally going to have this video out a few days ago, but I got kind of distracted. But thanks again for watching, and join the Discord in my channel bio. Thanks, bye.